Hi guys. Um, it is Friday. We are out and about again, out in Pearl, and we are taking care of the basic things that we need to do. Car washing, this is a normal thing. We live in an area, I do anyways. I live in Minnesota, and they use a lot of salt out here. So one of the big things that we need to remember to do is to take care of our personal belongings so that they last. If you are not a regular car washer, I would highly recommend starting. Corrosion on the underside of your car is a real thing, and I can tell you that if you don't take care of it, it will be your problem or somebody's future problem, and that is not a good thing. This week, my daughter had some challenges with her vehicle. She just purchased one, and there was corrosion on the underside of the car that when she purchased it, she didn't really look for, and needless to say, it is now in the shop awaiting repairs. So remember to take care of the things that you have. It will bring you much ease. It will reduce your anxiety. That's where I'm going with all of this. We forget sometimes the importance of the external things that we can do to manage our mental health symptoms, and doing the work prior to there being a disaster happening is part of how you manage. So for me, I clean my house. I make sure that the meals are prepped and ready to go, and I do all the necessary things that I have to ensure that my outward life, my external life is being taken care of so that I can take care of the inside, my mind. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. Had to actually pull into the car wash, and it's going to get loud, so I'm going to speak up a little bit. But one of the things that we want to do as we're learning how to manage our mental health symptoms is we want to find those signposts, those landmarks of where things started to go wrong, so that we know where we can intervene before we get to that catastrophe that we know will come because it has come in the past, right? And so daily routine and taking care of external needs is a big part of managing internal needs, your mental health, your anxiety, all of the things that you think about, that you think you don't have time for, that begin to weigh down on your mind. And so daily hassles, that's what I was always taught they were, those little daily hassles of, oh my gosh, I got to stop and get gas. Oh my gosh, I got to figure out what I'm going to feed myself. Oh my gosh, I have to set an alarm and pray I hear it, because I might be that person that isn't hearing it because I'm so exhausted. And all of those little daily hassles can add to a lot of stress. It's going to get loud. So sorry. I am, again, sitting in the car wash. That's why the colors are changing so vastly. But for me today, with it being Friday and a day off for me, I'm doing these things today. Normally, I would try and get some of this stuff done on my way home from work or when I'm doing other things. But when I have a full day, no. When I have a full day and nothing major is happening, this becomes my plan. This type of routine is what keeps my mental well-being in good shape and keeps my mind clear so I can focus on the things that I really want to do. Nobody likes to do the work of what has to be done, but it still has to be done. So that's what I'm doing today. I highly recommend that you think about what your signposts are and where those landmarks are for you when it comes to managing your stress and dealing with that distress that you feel when things become overwhelming. It's a good car wash. It's just pretty damn loud. So when things start feeling stressful for me, one of my landmarks is when the car looks so damn dirty because of all the pollen, it's got to be washed. When the car is washed, though, I feel better. Then it makes me go, oh, the outside is clean. I'm going to clean the inside. I'm going to take the garbage out of my car. I'm not going to throw crap on the floor so that I have to worry about it later. I just become really more diligent. And that signpost for me of the car being dirty is a big, big deal. Other signposts that are super important for me are around the refrigerator. What's going on in the refrigerator? Are there leftovers for everybody to be able to access? And if there isn't, I need to cook something, anything to make sure that there is food readily available, not just for the people in my household, but for me too. Because I don't eat what a lot of average Americans do, I don't really eat a lot of processed foods. I have to cook everything from scratch. So knowing that it's getting low makes me go, I need to cook. I need to do that, because if I don't, that anxiety will continue to propel me towards that next signpost or landmark that's going to make my anxiety worse. And those signposts help me understand that I'm getting closer to a point where I'm not going to be able to manage. We all get there. Here we go. Hold on. Okay, now we're moving again. So, as I was saying, managing and knowing what your signposts are, two really big factors in how you're going to be able to manage your mental health. I would encourage you all to get to know and understand those pieces of yourself that make you feel a little anxious or a little panicked. When you start noticing what those things are, you're going to work backwards. Working backwards means you know when the big anxiety happens, and I want you to think about the day before. Were there major things or things that you were experiencing that made it difficult for you, and it just continued to propel you forward into anxiety? As you work backwards, you're going to begin to find those signposts, landmarks that will help you better understand when your anxiety is leveling up to that next point of potential no return. We call this behavior chaining. I know, yep, there's the clinical term. Another way to put it is just working backwards. When you work backwards to figure out what those things were that were really kind of getting under your skin or making you feel more intense with your emotions, because it isn't just the emotions that you're feeling, such as anxiety, it is the intensity. As you feel that intensity developing, it's important that you begin to find those moments of intervention. That self-intervention is part of how you avoid the crash at the end when you can't take anymore. And we all do eventually get to that point. I think anyone who's ever dealt with mental health symptoms fully understands the impact of what a real mental health crisis looks like. And when those things happen, it's a really hard road to come back from. So for me, again, like I said, it's the external pieces that help me go, okay, I really need to be able to focus on getting these things done, because it's like cleaning out the cobwebs of my mind, and it reduces all of the stress that I feel, and reduces my anxiety to a level where I can actually enjoy things. Like I get up and enjoy the sunshine and look forward to going to work or doing whatever it is that I need or want to do for that day. So that is my big encouragement for all of you, is figure out what your signposts are so that you can manage them, so that you can be your interventionist in your own life. That's what I'm doing. And although I've been doing it a long time, it takes practice. And the only person who's going to be able to do it is you, Nobody's going to do it for you. Everybody's got great ideas, but until we actually find something and implement it and find that it works, that's when we know real change happens. That's when the shift occurs. And so I encourage you to pay attention to those pieces of yourself, because that is what will make you the best expert in your life and how you manage the things that are important to you. For those of you with kids, I will tell you, it's also handy to know that no child will ever listen to you when you tell them, do this. But when they can see you living it, it's a game changer. My kids are obviously both grown because I'm an old lady already. But they are kind of amazing because they're getting to this point in life where they're like, we see what you're doing, Mom, and we respect that and we appreciate you. And so I would encourage all of you to remember that it is never in the words that you put out there. It is in the example that you set, the behaviors that you model for yourself that make a difference for the people who are living side by side with you. So if you found any of this information helpful, I'm going to ask you to please like and subscribe. This is becoming fun for me. I love talking, and I'm going to keep showing up and keep having something to say. And I hope that you all will join me along this way. Please know I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, anything that you want to know about, ideas that you have that you want more information. I might know something. And if I don't, I promise I will investigate it, and then I will come forward with some ideas and some reference points for you to be able to investigate for yourself. It's going to be 75 today. I'm going to enjoy it after I get done doing the basics of what I need to for myself, getting things cleaned up in the house, and doing that. I intend to put my face in the sun today. I hope you guys all do that as well. Take some time for yourself and embrace it. It's only one go around, so you might as well enjoy it. I hope you have a good day. I know I will.